Mimi Boomhower has been missing since August 18, 1949, and was last seen in Los Angeles County, California. She was born around the year 1901 and was 48 years old at the time of her disappearance. She was a white female with a plump build. She was wearing $25,000 worth of jewelry, a diamond breastpin, a diamond-encrusted bracelet, and 2 diamond rings. She always wore big diamonds. Mimi last talked to a friend from her home in Los Angeles, California on August 18, 1949. That friend had telephoned between 7 and 8 p.m. to discuss an approaching social event. After the call, Mimi changed her dress and tossed the discard garment on her bed. She left her car in the garage and an uneaten salad on the dining room table. Then she disappeared. Mimi's white handbag was found in a telephone booth at a supermarket in Los Angeles 5 days after she disappeared. Scrawled in ink on the side of the purse was this message: "Police Department, we found this at beach Thursday night." That was the night of her disappearance. In the purse were a credit card, driver's license, car keys, compact, and lipstick. The purse showed no evidence of exposure to sand or salt water. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact the Los Angeles Police Department Cold Case Unit at 213-485-2505. That's 213-485-2505. Or you may call 213-485-2129. That's 213-485-2129. Jean Elizabeth Spangler has been missing since October 7, 1949, and was last seen in Los Angeles, California. Her date of birth is September 2, 1923, which would make her 94 years old if she is still alive today. She was 27 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is a white female with brown hair and blue eyes. Jean Spangler was a dancer and a bit player in movies and on TV. A divorcee, Jean lived in a house in the Wilshire district of Los Angeles with her mother, her brother, her sister-in-law, and her 5-year-old daughter, Christine. At 1700, Jean kissed Christine goodbye and told her sister-in-law that she was going to meet her ex-husband, Dexter Benner, to talk about an increase in child support payments. After that, she was going to work on a night shoot for a new film. When Jean failed to come home the following day, her sister-in-law went down to Wilshire Division of the LAPD and filed a missing persons report. The police took down the details, but thought that the young starlet probably would show up in a day or two. The following day, an employee at Griffith Park reported finding Jean Spangler's purse near the entrance to the park, apparently with most of its original content still intact and undisturbed. After a 60-man search of Griffith Park turned up no additional clues, investigators went to work reconstructing Jean's last hours before her disappearance. Dexter Benner denied having seen Jean for weeks, a story backed up by Benner's new wife. A check of the studios determined that no movies had been in production that night of the 7th. Jean had last been seen at a local market where the clerk said she appeared to be waiting for someone. Despite a massive nationwide effort by investigators and over 200 individuals who made up the Griffith Park search party, no trace of Jean Spangler ever turned up, and she has yet to be found. Ricky Jean Bryant has been missing since December 19, 1949, from Waughn County, Wisconsin, and is classified as lost, injured, and missing. Her date of birth is November 9, 1945, which, if she is still alive today, would make her 72 years old. The photo on the right shows her age progressed to 66 years old. At the time of her disappearance, she was 4 years old, was 3'4", and 40 pounds. She is a white female with blonde hair and hazel eyes, and sometimes went by the name as Jeannie, and there are DNA records available for the case. Ricky disappeared while her family farm was destroyed by a fire in December 1949 in rural Mauston. She was last seen in the front yard where the fire was being put out. When the fire was extinguished, Ricky was no longer in the yard. Jeannie and 2 of her siblings were home with their grandparents who also lived on the farm. Ricky's brother, Howe was 5 years old at the time, remembers leaving Jeannie and their youngest sister outside when a tall blonde lady in a new car drove up and told him to run to a neighbor's house for help. He said the women sent him to a home further away and told him the phone wasn't working at the nearby house. When he came back with a neighbor, Jeannie was gone, and the lady and the car were nowhere to be found. The neighbor said she put the children in the family car and then went inside to look for Jeannie. She found the grandmother in the kitchen collecting canned goods and said that Jeannie was gone. As the house continued to burn, the neighbor kept searching for Jeannie. Finally, the grandmother told her to stop worrying about Jeannie because she was with relatives. After the fire, Jeannie's father and the local authorities, state police, and the FBI searching the ruins of the fire for any possible human remains. No remains were found during the search, and her father searched the property 3 additional times by himself. Each time when he found nothing, he never believed Jeannie perished in the fire. If you have any information concerning this place, please contact Officer Lee Sonnenberg at 608-847-5649. That's 608-847-5649. Beverly Potts was last seen August 24, 1951 from Cleveland, Ohio, and is considered endangered missing. She was born April 15, 1941, and if she is still alive today, that would make her 76 years old. She was 10 years old at the time of her appearance, and also 4'11" and 90 pounds. She is a white female with blonde hair, blue eyes. She had her hair cut in a short bob with bangs. She has a vaccination scar on her upper left arm, a small skull over her left eyebrow, and a kidney-shaped birthmark about 1 inch long and 3/8 of an inch wide on her instep. Potts had a distinctive, duck-like gait in 1951 with her toes turned out. She was last seen wearing blue jeans with a side zipper and no label, bright red cotton panties, green socks, a white cotton Honey Lane undershirt, a red sport shirt, a navy blue poplin jacket with no label and both pockets torn, size 5 or 5.5, brown sports shoes, loafers, and a yellow gold ring. Her upper and lower molars have silver fillings, and she has gaps between her teeth. Potts disappeared from a neighborhood festival at Holleran Park. There were no witnesses and no trace of what happened to her. Foul play is suspected. If you have any information concerning this case, please contact the Cleveland Police Department at 216-621-1234. That's 216-621-1234. Ione Rehwinkle is considered endangered missing and was last seen January 1st, 1952, in Rochester, Olmsted County, Minnesota. Her date of birth is believed to be 1929, which, if that is true, if she is still alive today, she would be 88 years old. She was 23 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is a white female, 5'4", 115 pounds, brown hair. It is unknown what her eye color is, and it is unknown if she has any distinguishing marks or features. While there are no dental or fingerprint samples available, there are DNA samples available for the case. It is unknown what clothing, what jewelry, or if she had any personal items on with her at the time. The circumstances of her disappearance are also unknown, and the date of last contact is an estimate. There is unfortunately no other information regarding her disappearance. If you yourself have any information, you are please asked to contact the Rochester Police Department, Captain John Sherwin, at 507-328-6932, 507-328-6932. Connie Christine Smith is considered endangered missing and was last seen on July 16, 1952, in Salisbury, Litchfield County, Connecticut. Her date of birth was July 11, 1942, which, if she is still alive today, would make her 88 years old. She was 10 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is a white female and at the time was 5 feet tall, 85 pounds, dark brown hair, shoulder length, and was wearing a red ribbon in her hair. She has blue eyes and a slight scar under her right nostril, flat feet, and unusually long arms. There are both dental and DNA samples available for the case, but there are no fingerprint samples available. Connie was last seen wearing a red windbreaker, navy blue shorts with plaid cuffs, and tan leather shoes. It is unknown if she was wearing any jewelry, but she may have had a black zippered purse with small pictures of friends. Connie was last seen picking daisies as she walked along U.S. Route 44 in Salisbury near the intersection of U.S. Route 44 and Belgo Road. She appeared to be looking for a ride. Earlier that day, Connie had walked down the driveway that winds through Camp Salone, the Salisbury summer camp where she was staying. She was going to the camp dispensary to return an ice pack she had borrowed the previous evening after she fell out of the tent and hurt her hip. Instead, leaving the ice pack in her tent, she set off for the nearby village of Lakeville. She hadn't returned for almost 3 hours later. Camp officials called state police. Despite massive search efforts, she has never been found. If you have any information regarding this case, you are asked to contact the Connecticut State Police at 860-626-7975. That's 860-626-7975.